I love games. I love new games, I love old games, I love old games that get brought back as new games. Well, sometimes. I have bought so many of them, and what is more is I continually support them even though a big issue looms over my head for the majority of every time I try to play them. They just aren't polished. Something we should all be expecting when putting down money for a product is that the content you are buying is actually working content, especially if the old content, I mean up to 5 to even 10 years old level of content, is actually up to snuff. Now though, I'm getting a little bit tired of it all. Not only are some of my most favourite modern games being resurrected, but they have been done in a fashion that isn't justifiable to the quality we already laid witness to from previous versions. Darksiders is going to be my main example. I'm a massive fan of the Darksiders series, and now hearing about the next installment to be injected into our libraries with the third horseman or horsewoman is a pretty exciting thing for, well, the fans or the minority that there is of us. The only issue is that while we have a brand new Darksiders coming out, you may have noticed a little slew of remasters from the PS3 and Xbox 360's generation of Darksiders also. Games like Darksiders and Darksiders 2 have been brought to the PS4 and Xbox One as Remastered and Definitive Edition respectively, but while we have these titles, they aren't classed as very good ports, especially since the originals were seen as rather solid. Both Darksiders 1 and 2 sport some glaring issues on current consoles, from broken cutscenes, unsynced audio, and just game corruption altogether. You can scour YouTube and the known internet for the evidence, only to find it there in spades. I mean, we aren't exactly living in a time of the game industry doing right by ports in the first place. The majority aren't even refreshed by the original studios, but instead by for-hire studios, which sucks because in many ways, these developers are tarnishing the names of series we know and love. Now, Gunfire Games gets a thumbs up for bringing back Darksiders into the hearts of us fans. Heck, even a pat on the back goes to Nordic for paying for the franchise in the first place. It has to be said though, that it puts worry in my mind by the fact that so far every port they have made has either been unpolished or ultimately ignored when it comes to the finalised production of what seems to be a bargain bin release now. Even if the titles only go for £20, you are still paying £20 for a game that is supposed to be the finished port of a finished game. I know in this day and age developers love to release titles and worry about the issues through post-launch patches. Heck, the day one patch has become a staple in notoriety, and a reason for the most part you should never pre-order games these days, even if you get a brand spanking new shotgun or whatever pre-order item that only lasts for 5 minutes before you replace it with something else in-game. I worry because if we are to believe in Darksiders 3, shouldn't we be able to at least believe in Darksiders 1 and 2 before it? Has Gunfire Games got the talent and respect as a studio to give fans and new potential fans the quality they expect when it comes to the previous Vigil games? I mean, if you can't do a port, how can you do a fully fledged title? Think about it, and of course think with your wallets. Speak with them, don't buy something that doesn't respect the money you work so hard to acquire, just so you could fund that hobby in the first place. We are only on this planet for so long, so remember that whatever time these developers want to waste from our existence is time you should have well spent in a product that already costs more than a few weeks worth of food for a family. Prove us wrong, games industry. Please, prove us wrong.